Obviously, you can see Steph Curry is broke.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Tonight we're going to be watching LeBron James, still physically superior in just about every matchup. He says he feels his athleticism has waned a little, Shaq. I'm not sure if I see it.
Well, he's older, but listen, Ernie.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. A look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. The 3 from LeBron. Green with the rebound. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green with the ball. Curry with a wide open look. Another 3 for Golden State.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Cavaliers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Screen by Smith. James kicks to Irving. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
He rifled that one in from distance. 9 points for Steph Curry. Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Irving against Curry. Irving kicks to Love. The drive by James, and it's sent back by Bogut. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Six on the shot clock. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Curry can't get it to go. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Irving against Curry. Irving attacking. And a wide open look for James. Another miss by LeBron.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down. And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
And it's Smith missing.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Here's Curry with the three from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 15.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's Smith penetrating. There's the feed to Thompson. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. On some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dellavedova. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Dellavedova's got his first bucket in this one. Warriors leading by 7. Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Shumpert gets a wide open look. They get it back. Fry. Goes up with it again. Here's Mozgov. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season, they start to answer that question.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. James, no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim. And he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
There's the 3. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
LeBron kicks to Shumpert. He dishes it to Mozgov. Cleveland moving it around. Inside, here's Dellavedova. Shoots from 8. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to go. And Steph Curry, a player with in-the-gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot, and it's tough.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green of the forward set. And it's Bogut in at center. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. The Warriors pull it in.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry with the three, and another three for Golden State.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And it's Dellavedova missing. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
know.
Right. Yeah, he probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks again, Doris. And it's Smith penetrating. Barnes grabs the miss. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Outside Curry. Kicks to Ezeli. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 33 points for Steph Curry. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
LeBron's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova.
In for the Cavaliers, LeBron James.
Irving against Curry. It's Thompson off the drive. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Warriors leading by 14. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 35.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Passes it to Barnes. Back to Curry. Top the key, Barnes. Out to Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Ezeli dishes to Curry. Some solid defense there from Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 14, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Smith. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Thompson, he's checked in for Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's...
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
Pass to Rush. Iguodala kicks to Curry. From deep, the long-distance three is buried. Curry's got 38 points.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Irving against Curry. Irving attacking, and again it's Cleveland.
Boy, Kyrie Irving, he's starting to fill it up in bunches now.
Warriors leading by 14. Curry. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shumpert passes to LeBron. And it's blocked by Curry, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the first half.
Yes, guys, I'm here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. Just amazing that he tallied 21 points by way of the three-pointer. Talk about feeling it. Time and time again, they fed him and he was happy to oblige. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far? And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 41 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position, and it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
The Cavaliers trail by 14.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Curry. Look Look at that shot. How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! Pass to Smith, stolen by Thompson. From deep three-point range, knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cavaliers ball.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Barnes against LeBron. From 11 feet away. Another shot, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 8 points.
Boy, I tell you what, pounding the offensive glass pays off for him once again. Persistent.
Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go home by it. How does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. From deep, James, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. James has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Curry. The drive by Green. Out to Thompson. Right side Curry. 6 to shoot. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Timeout called the Warriors.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. He feeds it to Thompson. Smith drives in. The pass to Love. Fires from the line. Here's Thompson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Curry with the 3. Love grabs the board. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Here's Curry with the 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 56 points in the game. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. Thompson left side. Smith against Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Some changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Festus Ezeli, and it's Iguodala in for Barnes. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love, and it's Amon Shumpert in for Smith. Mozgov kicks to Fry. Lets it go from 11. Another shot, and the nice bucket inside from Mozgov. Mozgov's got 6.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second-chance buckets have devastated their defense.
They double-team Curry. Feeds to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
Curry. Cavaliers with the rebound. LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Thompson. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Irving's checked in for the Cavaliers. The drive by Shumpert. On the wing, Irving. The shot misses. Curry with some nice D. Warriors leading by 12. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Man showing some terrific range.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Iguodala against LeBron.
Warriors foul call.
For Cleveland, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Bogut dishes to Barnes. Over to the wing. Here's Curry with the 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Cavaliers trail by 16. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Barbosa is out there with Curry, and it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Love the pass to Irving. Here's Thompson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Curry. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner. Go.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit Not nearly as high-flying, but just as potent and as effective.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
He kicks it to Love. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And stolen by James. Dishes to Irving. Irving double teamed. The feed to Love. For three. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from James.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Green kicks to Curry. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. That cuts the lead to single digits. And that's 11 points for LeBron.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Curry against Irving. Three-pointer. And Steph Curry gets the three. Curry's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. The Cavaliers trail by 12. LeBron with it. Outside Irving. Here's Love. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Curry sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Warriors lead by 13. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Spread the Cavaliers call time here.
Spacing.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor. Clark, he cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
Green kicks to Curry. From downtown, and he gets it to go.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Iguodala against LeBron. Unloads. That one off the back iron and out.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Curry with the three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 11. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .119 left to play here in the fourth. Curry. The long distance three is buried. And the Warriors lead by 14.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
The drive by James. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. James dishes to Love. Irving kicks to James.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Stephen Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And that one's good. Love.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Curry can't get it to go. And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 10-point game. Irving passes to Smith. Love outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
The drive by James. Love up top. Smith on the wing. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment. We know that that's going to put us in good position to win every single night. As if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play. God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry. And I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on defensive end. Congratulations,
Steph. Great job, guys. Over to you.
All right, Doris. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the three ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.